Today I will be going over how to start off your scientific illustration drawing. All you will need is some paper. You can use your sketchbook for this or a piece of drawing paper if you would like. You will need an eraser and a pencil. You can use any pencil that you would like. I would recommend HB, but nothing too light or too dark. You will also need your specimen. Today I'm using a piece of deer vertebrae, and the first thing I'm going to do is just figure out what orientation I want it in. See, if I drew it where it was top down like that, you might not see all of it. You would maybe want to do multiple sides of it if you were to do that one, and it would be a bit of a longer drawing project. Today I'm just going to go with this kind of an angle of a nice 3/4 kind of an angle. So I'll set it there and I will not move it. I have it set up on another blank piece of paper so that I can see its shadow and there's no distracting colors bouncing off of it. So I'll just start out with a very simple, very rough drawing. If I'm having some trouble getting the proportions right, or if I'm worried I won't know how large something is, I can take my pencil and I can use it as a ruler. So I hold it up against what I'm measuring. Right now it's this long portion right here. I hold it to the tip there, and then I mark with my finger where it stops. I can move that over to my picture, or to my drawing, not my picture yet. I can mark it there. I can say, okay, this needs to go up to here. I suggest that you start with the outline of your piece first. That can make it a lot easier and maybe a little less overwhelming if you're just focusing on the outer shape of it. From here on out, it is pretty much just observational drawing that you're trying to get as accurately as possible. So again, I'm having some trouble with how long this should be over here, so I'll do the same thing. I'll go to the tip, and then I will measure with my finger. It should be about that long. I can mark there, and now I know how long it is. Once I'm getting to up here, I'm gonna start going back and forth between this side and this side, just so that I make sure we're pretty even on all of these. That's what I find easiest. If you have another way that works for you, you are welcome to do that. It is very important to have good lighting during this project. If it is too dark, you might not be able to see some of the very subtle curves. Like I can see there's like this curve here, but then it kind of meets here. It makes a nice V point right over there. If it were too dark in my room, I would not be able to tell that. Now I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, finish up this drawing, and then I will show shading in the next part. Now that I have my rough outline of my piece drawn out, I'll go in and start gently shading some things or adding texture. Like in this part right here, there's some interesting texture that I'm just going to very loosely fill in. So I can see like there's some sectioning right around here. That's going to be a little bit darker. So I'll just very lightly shade in over those parts. And then it has a kind of a squiggly texture where all of them are pointing towards the center. Kind of reminds me of like tree rings almost. If you are having trouble finding lights and darks in your piece, you can take a photo of your of your specimen of your piece and put it in black and white and that can help to really accentuate where those lights and darks are. So I'm just taking my time here. I'm also taking note of where there might be like some more wear or tear, like there's some brown spots here. I don't know what that is. That might be dirt, might just be the bone aging. I'll just draw those in a little as well. And no part of a bone will be fully white. So by the end of your drawing, there should be no like white notebook paper left. Okay. I will finish this up here, and then at the end I will go over how to title your piece. Now that I am done with my shading and I'm pretty happy with this, I will go ahead and write the name under this piece, under the specimen, what it is. This will be done in print, no cursive, nothing fancy. So the scientific name for a deer is Cervidae. So I will write. And then because this is a piece of spine, I will just write vertebrae, Cervidae vertebrae. And all that's important here is that your handwriting is clear and easy to read and, of course, matches what you drew. All right.